Welcome back to the channel. I'd like to thank everybody for watching and all the new subscribers. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys continue to watch the content. Today I want to bring you a different type of video, a video of a recruiter and of a lady who recently was laid off from her remote position from a company. These two people are kind of explaining the temperature out there right now in the job market. And what I want to highlight is that in the job market right now is a degree really doesn't mean that much anymore. Right now, talent and ability really means a lot. And the job field, the job pool is actually so saturated that it's hard for people to get jobs for whatever reason. But what I can say is in relation to the channel, what you guys see and what the few of us creators put out there that are actually in the industrial industry or in the blue collar trades or out there doing this type of work, the job market, the job pool is low. We just can't find enough people and quality candidates. So if you're a young man and you're out there just getting out of high school, or even just somebody in undecided on what they want to do in life, consider the trades. Consider a blue collar position. You can become a plumber. You can become a welder, an electrician. This market is just booming. People are building. States are building. Depending on what part of the country you're in. HVAC is really big. HVAC is constantly hiring. There's so many different avenues you can go. I really recommend it because really having a degree nowadays really doesn't mean anything. You know, it used to mean something back in the day, but I think they pushed it way too hard and they just burnt it out. They burned out the scenery, and there's just too many people with, to be honest with you, useless degrees. An analyst, how many analysts do you need? There's just everybody went for the low-hanging fruit or for these college degrees when as time went on, the reduction for the blue-collar trades started reducing, and people started pushing their children towards, you need a college degree for this, you need a college degree for that, which is really not the case. And now things have flipped upside down to where now it's the blue collar trades which are in demand, and it's all the other jobs that kind of got saturated because there's so many people in them. Even nursing is like, there are jobs, but it's so saturated that employers are allowed to lower the pay and just really do what they want because it's a job, an employer's market. So you can listen to this recruiter that I found on Instagram at The Real Recruiter. Credit to the creator. He's kind of highlighting, he's been a recruiter for a while, and he's kind of highlighting what the job market is like out there in 2025. So have a look at this video.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but you need to stop judging people who are on the job search. You need to stop saying things like, everybody's hiring, or the job market's not tough, unemployment is at an all-time low. Or even worse, why don't you just go get a job at Home Depot or McDonald's? Guys, I've been in recruiting for coming up to a decade, and I've never seen job seekers struggle as much as they are right now. In fact, other than the last few years, over the past decade, it has been a candidate market. Most companies I've worked with have struggled to find good quality candidates. But in this market, they are not having that issue. Especially for corporate positions, they are getting thousands of applicants. That's why we're seeing longer rounds of interviews. That's why we're seeing more assessments. That's why we're seeing companies be really, really picky. And it's why we're seeing lowball offers going out right now. If you want to know what it's like being on the job market, just think about applying to hundreds and thousands of jobs and not hearing anything from 99% of those companies. And then when you do hear back from them, it's either a scam, some kind of MLM, or they want you to go through 20 rounds of interviews only to be put up against 10 other people to ultimately get rejected. It is brutal out there. I don't know who needs to hear.
Yeah, so if you listen to this recruiter, he says he has 20 years experience in job recruitment, and he's just saying like the candidate pool is just so immense that it's a corporate market, and they get to stretch out the length of interviews that they have, and really comb through the pool of people to find the one person that they want. So yeah, they get what they want. Meanwhile, you're submitting your resume here, you're submitting your resume just to get beat out by another candidate, or for employer just to tell you, yeah, we'll get in touch with you if we need you. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough out there. It's and for myself, we just can't find enough people. We're trying to find electricians, we're trying to find welders, we're trying to find so many of the trades, and there's such a deficit. The work is tremendous. You just got a ton of work. I can't keep up with it all, and it just varies from everything. So I try to do a little bit of everything, just to stay tremendously busy. And I could probably take on a lot more, but I mean, I'm doing okay. I have not had a year since graduating school where I have not pulled $100,000 plus. And it's a really good feeling, because before I got into this industry, I was kind of undecided on which direction to go in life. And once I really made the commitment to go to school and put my foot down and really focus on one thing, it was a life changing experience. And I really recommend that you get out there if you're young, and get yourself into a trade school. And somebody had left me a comment on asking, how do I get into alignment? Man, go sign up with your local IBEW, or there's just so many unions that'll take you. Yeah, the union's a little bit more of a pull where you're gonna be competing, but if you can get in, you're set for life. Otherwise, other than that, you can just go to a normal trade school, trade tech or something like that, and you can be just as good. You just work for a private industry. It's not the union, but anyways, it's either good, just as good. So listen to this other lady who got laid off from her six-figure job working remotely, and those things are coming to an end now. So have a look at her story. She goes by the handle Life and Numbers on YouTube. So if you want to go see her, credit to the creator. Have a look at her story.
Battling and not awesome, and you do not have to.
So she's doing a live reaction to getting laid off on the spot, and she knew that it was coming. So she knows that when she answered the email or the Zoom call, that it's pretty much what she was gonna get was the layoff. So she was ready, and she got it recorded on video.
um, Turn your camera on if you don't want to. I have a couple of notes to share with you, um, but so I'll be glancing at those notes to make sure I cover things. But I will also follow up with an email, so you don't have to retain everything I'm going to say. The difficult decision to restructure the XD org, and as a result, reduce the size of the org. And unfortunately, you're impacted by this change. So your last working day is today, but the good news is you'll be paid through February 2nd. Um, those are the most important pieces of information. Your system access as an employee will be turned off at some point today. I'm not sure when exactly. In your Workday and Benefits portal, you still have access to until February 2nd as an employee, and then after that, you'll have access to it as an alumni. And then I'm going to email you the specifics, your severance, benefits, and a few other details that will probably be helpful later when you're ready to go through them. Um, and then on your last day, you'll get your severance documents via DocuSign to sign, and they'll go to your personal email address. I'm gonna pause. I know I just rattled off a whole bunch of really big news. Is there any questions or anything that you want to ask?
Are there any reasons other than just like restructuring? Like, what's the reason for the restructuring?
That's a really good question. It has to do with the company is doing consolidated priorities this year and next year. They're looking to, so the org, it has nothing to do with performance. It has nothing to do with location and everything to do with the company wanting to do less in tech and you take on less priorities. And as a result, um, the team is being reduced for that to support that.
Another question I had was around like my remote status. is that like a factor in this as well?
Yeah, that's a really good question. It did, to be perfectly honest, it did come, the remote status in general came up as a potential discussion, but it ended up not being a factor.
Okay. Um,
Yeah, well, please don't obviously feel the pressure to do anything today other than take care of yourself and ramp down and have a few conversations if you want to. Again, there's other people being impacted today, so and sure everybody is going to be worried and confused and feeling all of the things. So, number one, take care of yourself today. And as questions come up, again, just because you're not working after today officially, you are paid through February 2nd. I'm so sorry, Simone. Well, please, again, like take today and take care of yourself. And again, I'm really sorry, but this is happening.
okay. Thank you. See you on
All
LinkedIn, I
right.
guess. Um, so I've already cried today. Uh, I have already cried today. I'll probably cry more. Um, yeah, so I got an email like an hour ago that said, "Hi, I'd like to get together and share an update on our organization and what." I think the best news out of that is that I'm going to get my bonus, so that will help.
So anyway, so she just got laid off, and she was able to capture it on video, so they let her go. But what I'm noticing is a lot of these people that have these remote positions, they're kind of reeling all that back. And for us blue collar guys, we never got that opportunity. Yeah, it'd be nice, but you can't clear a sewage line from your home. From your office desk at your home. You can't install a industrial breaker panel, from your kitchen on your laptop. So, for us, we're out there in the field, we're busting it out, and we're getting it done. We break a sweat every day, put on our boots, and we get out there and got to keep ourselves safe. Um, you know, the thing that I noticed is even during COVID, when they started all this remote positions and work from home and really all this stuff, um, yeah, I mean, for those who got to do it, hey, kudos, good, congratulations to you. I'm sure it's a nice, cushy position. But even during COVID, we were busy. We were what they called crucial workers, critical workers, and we had to get out there, and we still went to work, electricians, and a lot of the blue collars, because we're part of infrastructure. So our kind of positions will never disappear, will never dissipate. There will always be a demand, and we don't have to worry about AI or any of that. A lot of these other corporate positions, they can really find machine learning programs that'll kind of do their position, and especially in the accounting field and statistics and stuff like that. So, it's really coming down to the wire with these people. These are the kind of interviews where you get in front of an employer, and there's a five panel hiring process, and they kind of ask you goofy questions like, if you were an animal, what kind of animal would you be? I'm more like the type where you want to interview me and you want to know what I can do. Throw a set of drawings in front of me and ask me what you want. Put me in front of a piece of equipment and just tell me what you want, and I'll get it for you. I'll get it done. And I only get better as time goes by. My installations get faster, get cleaner, get neater. But yeah, man, the job market out there is really tough, and I just recommend to everybody, if you are in the market, consider blue collar. It's the way to go. It's really hitting hard right now, and I can see for the next foreseeable future that even with a recession or a bad economy, there is still going to be a ton of jobs, and they're always going to be in demand. So I hope this video helped you out if you're kind of on the fence, like a couple of comments that I've got. And you can just find a trade school, or there's free options, and if you look for it, you'll find it. And ask around, start networking, and yeah, good luck out there. I recommend really getting into this, because all this academic job market and corporate, all these big titles, I just don't see them lasting too much longer. The job pull is tremendous, and these employers are really having their way with a lot of the people. So I thank everybody for watching today. I appreciate it, and good luck out there and stay safe.